yeah, today we're going to look at BTS's youngest member, Jungkook, and let's see what's going on with his career, relationships, and who knows what else we'll discover. Hello, everybody. It's me, Dee Sparta. Welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing? I feel like this past week I just got put through the ringer. But everybody's back to work or back to school, and then I ended up with, like yesterday, I was sick. I had this really super high fever, and I am trying. I'm really trying to persevere. Persevere. Hope you guys are hanging in there doing better. I would like to thank a few of the subscribers out there. Thank you so much. You helped me with my research and trying to figure out what is considered, and I'm going to put the words considered, their time of birth for those members of BTS, for members of BTS. I cannot say that this is actual or factual. It's what, from all my research and research of others, we've been able to come together, and this is what we're thinking. So I'm going to cover the members again. We're going to get into their birth charts. If you like that part, that's coming up next. But if you'd like to just get straight to the reading, I have those chapter links down below. So you just have to click it, right? And you could do one before the other. Whatever. It's all up to you, my friends. Wow. So if you are new here, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you stick around. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the thumbs up if you like this content, or you like me. I've been up since 3:30 or so this morning, and it's 7:30, so I'm on my second cup of coffee. Anyway, hit the notification bell because I don't have a set schedule when I do the videos. I try and do at least 2 or more a week. My goal was always once a week, but I've been doing better. That might slow down because of holidays. I got a vacation coming up. I got the holidays and birthdays and anniversaries, and everything happens so fast in this family. Mid-October all the way through the end of January is just a lot of, I love everybody, so I want to give them all their time, celebrate anniversaries, birthdays, my wedding anniversaries in October, we got Yule and Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween, I count Halloween, folks, okay? I know that's probably a big surprise to you that Halloween's a fun holiday here in this family. Anyway, let's get into the other areas. I'm going to get straight into the birth chart next. But, chapter links down below. I love you guys. Let's go. Hey, thank you for sticking around, my friends. Whew, I haven't... One of the main reasons I haven't done a lot of recording this week is because I've been doing a lot of research. As I mentioned, I was able to get birth times, and so I was redoing birth charts, and I had Excel is my friend. I have been using Excel workbooks and creating sheets with here's all the BTS members' main stuff, and then here's them with all their houses, and with the birth chart, it looks like it's so, if you kind of see me glancing over it like this, it's because I've got on another screen my notes, because it's a lot, folks. It's a lot. But I had fun doing it. I was just shocked I got it all done. So I would like to let's dive in here. Things to know. Let's see here. When we come to Jungkook, JK, Kooky, Kook, he, his rising sign is a Libra, which is the scales. It's the, balancing of things. Libras, and rising sign, starts out which house your starts out, because it's a circle, okay, with all the signs. Aries is considered the first house with the self-image. Now, if your rising sign isn't Aries, the number one house is going to be wherever that rising sign is, and then it's just everything adjusts over. So that's why things change. This is why if your sun sign is in a different house from someone else who has the same sun sign, yeah, there's going to be differences and similarities. Because as I've gone over the houses, there's self-image, self-worth and money, communication, your family, your roots, your security, self-expression, creativity, work and health, partnership and marriages, descendants, transformation and sexuality, your belief systems and higher learning, career, profession, your responsibility, your reputation and standing. Then there's aspirations and personal goals and how you work with groups. And then there's your soul growth and doing, changing things to be better. It also hides a lot of privacy, a lot of little secrets. So those are 12 houses, and each house has a sign and a planet that rules over it. However, as I said, if your rising sign it changes everything. Now, for me, my rising sign is Aries, so yeah, it's just all the same, except for my planets are everywhere. Maybe I'll go over my birth chart sometime with y'all. Anyway, so we got Libra, and if you know anything about Libras, and if I talked about, they're very diplomatic, they're gracious, they're fair-minded, social, they can be indecisive, they want to avoid confrontations, and but they're very cooperative. They're a team player completely. They like things to be harmonious. They can be a little bit of loudmouth. They hate injustice. No, they hate loudmouths, I should say. They hate injustice and conformity. They hate violence. They love the outdoors, sharing with others, gentle. So that is that's who he is on the outside. This is his self-image. And when I looked into his chart, let me pull up his whole chart so you all can see it too. Here we go. See, his chart is in the form of a bowl. Some call it a bowl, some say a cup. I've even heard funnel, where the planets are pretty much all on one side. There's nothing opposite to make it a bucket shape or a splatter shape. It's a bowl. It's a funnel. These are usually very, very intuitive people. They're usually very intuitive and very creative. Their skills go. That's kind of when you see that shape. That's what comes to mind. So you kind of saw a little bit. Now I'm going to get into his sun sign, which we know already was Virgo, Virgo is an earth sign. Oh, I didn't remind you, Libra is an air sign and it's cardinal. Now, Virgo is immutable, changeable. You can change it up, flexible earth sign. I always think of an earthquake. It changes, but it's not that violent. I grew up in Southern California. I grew up in Los Angeles. I've been through some massive earthquakes, like in Northridge of 91. I am still traumatized. I feel the ground shake. I'm just like, ah! Everything went flying on me. I had a closet door fly off and hit me while I was sleeping. These are things you just don't forget, okay? So anyway, I'm sorry. I laugh because, yeah, it's part of the healing, so I don't feel so traumatized. But I am. Okay, so let's moving over here. So, but it changes. So, their Virgos are just these loyal, analytical, they're kind, they're very hardworking, very practical. So they will sometimes oh, it's like all work and no play, and it's kind of like, no, you got to stop and take care of yourself. Don't drive so hard. They can be very shy. They might be very overcritical of themselves and of others. If they're seeing that someone's not getting up to what they believe is that as good as they can do, they'll push you. But it can be too much. So it's kind of like, like, what do I always say at the end of every video? Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. That is the key. This is what Virgos need to remember. Oh yeah, I need to be kind to myself and love myself and treat others the same way. That's just a little something, something. Now, the moon sign, which is our emotions, the sun sign. If you guys, I always say this, it's who we are. It's our main core. Moon is our emotions. And this didn't surprise me at all. JK is a Leo. He is fire. His emotions, he can be very humorous, very, very happy, very generous, passionate, and extremely creative. But he can come across kind of inflexible, which you got the Libra in there also kind of like, yeah. You're dealing with being, he likes being the center of attention. Doesn't have a problem. It's like, yeah, here I am. But at the same time, there's an introvert that needs to go back and hide, recharge, and then come back out. But once they're a center of attention, it's like, it's okay. He can be a little stubborn, a little cocky, a little arrogant. But sometimes having a little pride in yourself is a good thing. And I think the Libra in him will help him balance out that. So he doesn't come too, like the lion, roar. Sorry, I should just post a picture of you guys, a bouncer. My little Maine Coon who got injured a few weeks ago, healing wonderfully. So happy to say. But he's got shaped down so he looks like a little lion. He's got the lion of Maine, because he's a tabby orange Maine Coon. These are giant cats. And his tail's got this big old foofball at the end and his little paws. It's adorbs. It's just so adorbs. But anyway, I always think of my little lion. Anyway, so that's the emotions. That's what's driving his emotions. Now we're gonna look into the other houses. Now, for Jungkook, JK, his first house we know which is our image, our self-image, is his rising sign. Now, what I found interesting was the planet Venus, which is our relationships. How, is in the same house, is up there with image. I think his image is very important to him. How he comes across, how he looks, his physique, his appearance. It's like this, he wants to be perfect. It's a feminine energy, powerful energy here. And Libra is also feminine energy. So there's a whole, his image, I'm not saying he's a woman. I'm saying I have a lot of masculine energy. Me, I'm like, mask. I know it. It's always been there. So it's just who I am. And with him, it shows that there is a lot of feminine energy where he doesn't, I don't think he really cares what people think about, if he's looking too femme or too mask. I think he likes to embody it all, to be honest. Because we go into his house 2 is worth. What our total worth is, our money. And the boys, Scorpio is there with Mars. Okay, so what that means, so Scorpio, I've talked a lot about. It is the fixed water. It's very stubborn. very hardcore, very very passionate. Also, there's a lot of they they can be very intense at times, and so for him, his money and career, because Scorpios are so powerful, so brave, so resourceful, and it can be just the most truest friend ever. But they tend to get jealous and are not really they have a hard time trusting others. With JK, I see a lot of. We'll get into it where it comes to his family, but there's some issues there, a disconnect that he's had, which I think is why he is around a chosen family and he craves a lot of connection. But yeah, we'll get into that. Now, Mars, our wonderful planet Mars, Mars is all about action. So we're seeing here, what I see is someone who is driven and hardworking and fights for what he wants. So yeah, he's going to be rich, which he is. I mean, that's that. Money is something he can earn because he puts so much hard work into it. It's not that it just comes to. It's not luck. It's he strives for the best, and he gets it. Now we're going to get into the third house, which is our communication, how we communicate. Usually Mercury is in that house. This time Pluto is. Pluto is all about rebirth and changing and secrets, and our soul goes, our journey for our soul, and it is in Sagittarius, which is another fire sign. I love my Sagittarians. This is a very masculine energy. It's mutable, it's flexible. We're seeing, so when it comes to communication, what I see is someone who he's charming, he's funny, he loves to make big promises, he can be a little impatient, and he'll say anything, no matter how undiplomatic it is. It's like, well, that's what it is, tact. It's like, tact, honey, you need to have a little tact. Think before you open that mouth here. And so that's part of the communication. I think he comes across like he really is interested in others and wanting, listening to them. It's not just all about him, because he's concerned about how others are doing. So now we're going to go into the fourth house, which is family, home, security. Capricorn is there, which is the cardinal earth sign. And the planet what's with it is Neptune. Now, Capricorns, when we're looking at family, when it comes to him running a family, having his own family, he's going to be very disciplined. He's going to be very good. He's going to he's going to feel responsible for his family and taking care of them, and he be very well mannered, very caring, generous, but also his family life. What I see when he was born is just a lot of people were very condescending to him. I did not expect the best from him. They expected the worst, is what I really sense. There's like this, we didn't expect you to be able to do any good, but maybe because we just kept putting you down, maybe that made you work harder. That's bad. That just tears you down, because he already has the drive in him to work hard. He doesn't need to be put down. That just would crush him and hurt him. So, yeah, and so when I look also, when I have the planet, and when I realize that Neptune is there, that's where he gets his inspiration. So I think a lot of his inspiration is coming from his home life, his childhood, which also includes him growing up with BTS. He has spent a lot of his life with BTS. He was not always close to his family. I think he wants to be closer to him. He wants to have their respect. He wants them to love him and like him, and you know, he wants that love from them. I think it's not easy to obtain, but he tries. And I think it's easier with the guys in BTS. They just are this big goofballs, talented, amazing men working together. Okay, so when we get into this next thing, the house 5 is expression, creativity, and pleasure. Well, we have both Jupiter and Uranus there. Jupiter is luck. It's about, you know, if we have good luck in this stuff. And yeah, so when it comes to him being creative and his expression, I mean, yeah, he's strong. That overflows. And Uranus, which actually, Uranus is at home in Aquarius. And guess what? The sign for that's it, house 5 is Aquarius. And this is all about innovation. Where he gets this is what helps him drive to be creative. And this Aquarian energy, this is air. And I'm trying to remember if it's fixed or not. It is, I don't remember. It's fixed. I thought it was fixed. So you're going to see someone who's a humanitarian. This is how he expresses creatively, helping others. He wants to be independent, progressive. He doesn't, it's like all the old ways. He's more progressive. He wants to see change going forward with good things. He wants to hide any kind of emotional expression because he wants to be tempered. He wants to come across, but he can be his appearance can come across very aloof, and he can appear to be very uncompromising because it's like he knows that this is going to work. This is going to make us look great. This is a success. I can do this, and it's going to be great. And if somebody's like, I don't know, he'll be like, you know. Now we get into 6, which is work and health. Pisces. Now there's no planet there, but so there's no planet in there that's going to affect how the Pisces energy is there. Pisces, this is water sign. This is mutable. It's feminine, compassionate. So when it comes to his work, he's very artistic, intuitive, very wise. It's in music. He's drawn to music. He can be a little too over trustworthy about trying out new things like a diet or exercise. And he uses this to escape reality. I see him working out as like it's an escape, which is good. Whew, I'm starting to get a headache, folks. Whew. I have my coffee. So we're going to see that. Now we're going to move into the next thing, which is 7, which is partnership and marriage. Usually this is where Taurus, Taurus is usually right there. Actually, no, Taurus isn't. Venus is. And here there's no, partnership and marriage is Aries is here. And there is a planet, Saturn. I looked at the wrong line. I am legally blind, folks. Even with these glasses, I'm going to take them off because I am getting... These are I have progressive bifocals and I still can't. But Aries is fire, and you got Saturn there. And Aries, when it comes to being in a relationship, there can be very determined and confident, enthusiastic and optimistic about it, but they're very honest with their partners and very passionate. There is some impatience if he doesn't feel like things are moving. He can be very impulsive sometimes. Be like quick to have a crush. you know. Um, and then you got Saturn, and Saturn is is structure. You know, that's where the structure is, and I just so for him, I would say relationships are such a key key thing for him. It's like really important. Um, yeah, I thought because usually that planet is with career and your profession, your responsibility. But I'm seeing, he is really longing for a relation. I think he doesn't want to be not in a relationship of some kind, platonic or not. This is just he. It's just wanting to be loved and accepted, and would probably do just about anything to prove that they love this other person. Let's get into transformation and sexuality, and Taurus is there, and no other planet. It's just Taurus, and Taurus, they can be a little stubborn, but definitely they can be a little possessive of people when it comes to sex, but they're very devoted, and when it comes to sex, it's like they want to make sure that the other person is also receiving, it's not just all giving, that they are receiving. He's very, and that's with a Taurus. And it can be a little stubborn about things, but also, very reliable. They're very honest. They're not going to stray. It's like, I'm with you, I'm with you. Doesn't mean that they couldn't be polyamorous, where you share a relationship with more than one person, but everything's up front. Everybody knows everything's reliable and very devoted to whomever he loves. And this is all about sex. So yeah, if he's doing that with someone, it's going to be very, it's a fixed earth sign, so it's long term. He doesn't want some quickie. Geminis, we're talking belief systems, higher learning, and Gemini is in that house with the belief system, higher learning, which is house 9. There's no planet there. What I find interesting is Gemini, it's a mutable air sign. So I think for them, they like to learn about different spiritual things. There's very spiritualness. They want to exchange ideas. They want to learn from others. Can be a little indecisive exactly, well, what's this? What's real? What's not? Drawn to, they're very curious about spirituality. And that stands out. We move to career, reputation, responsibility, which is house 10. Cancer's there. Cancer is cardinal water. When you're talking about career, we're talking highly imaginative, loyal, tenacious, persuasive. He can be a little insecure about his ability, okay, and a little pessimistic because he doesn't recognize his worth all the time. Doesn't recognize how talented he really is. But for him, he comes, people who work with him will say that he's able to persuade us in a good direction. He listens empathetically, is not afraid to try something different. So we're going to go to number 12, which is our goal. Number 11, goals, aspirations. This is in Leo, and the moon is there, which we already know. So his emotions are also very tied to his goals. So, you might, and working in groups with people, being with a group structure, whether it's a family or even that group, how he feels about himself and others really is tied to that, his goals. He, being that Leo, which is that creative, passionate, warm-hearted, cheerful energy, and it can be silly, but can be arrogant and a little stubborn. When it comes to his goals, he can be very stubborn about it because he knows what he wants to do and he's going to do it. And he doesn't like being held back or being felt like someone's holding him back, not allowing him to grow, to change. And then we go to 12, we're dealing with our soul growth and undoing of things that are bad habits, secrets, and privacy. Well, Virgo, his sun sign is there. And so is Mercury, which is communications. He probably has to work a lot with learning to do better communication. Virgo is as we talked about, is an earth sign. It's mutable. He's probably going through learning how to balance work and play. Not being so hard on himself. Dealing with shyness, so people recognize it more as shyness and not being aloof and arrogant, because that's how it comes across often. I think these are things that he's working on. So I think that's interesting that his sun sign's down there. Anyway, so that is pretty much a lot of, I'm not going into further because I could go into so much more, but I'm just going to stick with the basic houses, signs, and the planets, and kind of a feel of a person, JK, or someone with this, it could be like, that was a lot. So let's get into the psychic reading, everybody. There. Welcome back. Yes, and we're going to get into the tarot reading and the psychic reading. I just would like to remind everybody, yes, I do have a headset on. It's to cut out background noise. I do have music that's playing, and the songs do often sometimes will pop up and connect. I just put it on shuffle and we'll see what goes. I do have a BTS playlist though playing right now, which is, I felt kind of appropriate for this reading of JK. I don't know, I've just been really nervous about this reading. I don't know why. But we'll get into it. Remember that this is alleged and it's for entertainment purposes. And with that out of the way, let's get into this. I've got a deck of cards I'm using. One of my favorite manga cards. This card just popped out. Oh. This is the set that I was wanting to focus on his career, and the first thing that popped out is a pentacle, but it's the Seven of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. So he's feeling a lack of. There's a lot of distractions. He's trying to work on something, but it's like, I'm giving, but what am I getting back out of this? Am I just getting criticized all the time? Or I think that's kind of the feeling. And I've felt this energy with him before. So this is not new. He's still there. The Chariot. Wonder if he's moving somewhere else, going somewhere. Chariot can often mean traveling, but yeah, I just travel, success, so that let me get the third. Ooh. And the Fool popped out here. being used. How often has that popped up? Somewhere between being used and feeling like they're not getting rewards, or it's not fulfilling. His hard work's not feeling fulfilled. We got the Chariot saying, move forward, go forward, we gotta go, we gotta move. There is success coming. I think he still is being very much used. Uh-oh, what fell? Did a card fall? No. Did it just flip back into my hands? The Eight of Wands. This is quick, fast energy often. This is like making movement changes. So that, oh, this is the, that goes here. This is the card that goes over there, over this. This is the Five of Swords, and kind of take a look. There's like some competition, some conflict that's going on with not getting what he's worth. So yeah, and then you got this, which is all about change and moving forward and going. He shouldn't overthink things. Doesn't need to. And the Page of Swords is over the Fool reverse, and the Page of Swords is also reverse. Swords, we're dealing with air energy. It's masculine. It's pages. The pages are the young and innocent, and it's reverse. So when this means that there's some kind of deception, someone is manipulating and just giving him a lot of talk. The one who's using him. I'm not getting anything new when it comes to this career. He is like trapped. I wonder if he could break that contract. What would it cost him? Didn't they sign a 7-year contract in 2020? So is it like, how locked in are they? I think he's worried about others too, things, promises not being fulfilled. There's the High Priestess as soon as I talk about her. High Priestess. Over the whole, she's like going to come on in and be like, yo, this is what's going on here. We're going to find the truth. There's a lot of deception. She's like, no. And I think there's also going to be like a spiritual awakening in JK. And I really get a sense that it's going to infuse him to express himself in new ways and an empowerment. Okay, let's see here. Next. The Four of Pentacles. Pentacles, earth sign. It does deal with money, career. And with the Four of Pentacles, this is feeling secure, finding security. So moving forward, but he's going to do this wisely. He's not going to just, he's going to be kind of frugal and conservative in how, in not being too excessive. You know, it's like, I don't need the biggest house. I want to be secure. I want to have this foundation, and moving forward and making these decisions to take that risk. Yeah. He's going to find security financially. He wants to keep that there. Ooh, yeah. And then, okay. This is interesting. This is all about family here. This is the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. This is finding that inner happiness. Dreams coming true. There's a fulfillment. 10 is the end of the number sequence. One is this beginning. 10 is the end. And this end is happy, fulfilled. So where he is being mistreated and used, karma is going to flip. And it's like a flip a switch here. And he's going to be very happy. He's going to find that success. The bad energy, I think, is coming into a new phase, a new time where he's growing up. He's learning. He's moving. I can go forward. I don't need to stay so reliant. Let's see here. Okay. Why was that flipped over? Let's get that. Okay, cards. Give me something. You know what? I'm going to grab a different deck. That's what's going on here. I knew I would have to. Let's, so, career, we pretty much know he's been feeling used, mistreated, not, getting what he's worth, not getting the rewards. You know, I keep thinking of like the Grammys, you know, not getting the Grammys. It's like still mind-boggling. Sheesh. Okay. Okay, let's see about relationships, friendships, romance. We'll see what we're going to get. Maybe a collaboration at work. I don't know. We'll see what pops up. Well, death. No, this doesn't mean it was dying, okay? But it did strike me as like, well, this is the end of... And it's like time for change. Reaching out, meeting newer people, different people. Okay, I just see. I think he's grown up, maturity-wise, to be healthier in a relationship, and that's what I'm seeing here. It's like I used to be like very insecure and needy, and would say things that I shouldn't have because the way I would say it was hurtful. And that's not what I meant. And I think he's been doing a lot of growth in that area and being able to... So I think this is a new beginning for him as, you know, being healthier. I see a relationship had ended. Maybe it's going to be rekindled. I don't know. We have the Six of Cups, which reversed is leaving home, becoming independent, moving forward, which, you know, he's moving out on his own. He has been living with these seven guys, and that's something he's needed to feel like family. And because he does, I could tell you, he likes to snuggle, he likes, you know, embrace. He's a touchy-feely kind of guy, even with his friends. Which can be, you know, sometimes people are like confused. How can you be like, just let it go, folks. But this is, I just feel like he's going to be single for a while. Or it's like he's healing to be in a relationship. Here's the Two of Wands. This is a fire sign. Two means planning, making decisions. And once again, this also means as you look here, they're looking the other way, looking forward, they're leaving home. I'm wondering if he wants to leave South Korea. I'm not going to say he doesn't like. I think he loves his country and loves the people, but I think he wants to experience more. I think he's got a taste of it when he's traveled, but on tour, I think his next step is moving. Everything says there's a big move coming for him. The previous with his career, I told you, Chariot popped up. Okay, so here's some cards. We got Judgment, and it's right side up, and it's going over Death. That's a good sign. And I'll explain. Judgment, it's Pluto is its astrology sign, zodiac sign. It's both fire and water. So it's an awakening, a reflection. This is exciting news for him. I'm very happy. And it's over the Death with the new changes, becoming more and more independent. The Three of Pentacles here is reversed. Okay. This is leaving the group. Moving on. And then the Three of Wands. He's frustrated because he's trying to move forward and he can't. You can see right side up the boat is going, looking out, but here it's like he's stuck. I just see there's three people, him and two other guys that are really close, and I think there's a struggle of changing, leaving the home, going on their own, and like a real close bond. And I don't think it's hard for him to let go. Over Judgment, with him moving on, we got the Ten of Pentacles, and it's right side up, and this is like 10 is the end, money. This is the complete cycle. This is his legacy. But it also could be an inheritance. It's interesting. Let's see what comes next. Okay, the card just popped up. Flipped out. Okay. The Eight of Cups. I want you to take the water, our emotions, creativity, and you can kind of see what he's doing. It's he's looking out. He's walking away. He's leaving behind. There's two other people. I wonder if it's his family. I'm getting family, parents, maybe a sibling. Moving on. I'm a grown-up now. That makes so much sense. Him wanting to move away, I think family's kind of worried about him being on his own outside the country. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and here's the Eight of Swords, and she's reversed. Swords is the air, masculine energy. 8, and it's reversed. This is accepting yourself, getting a new perspective, finding freedom. I think his relationship with his family, and I'm not talking BTS here, there's been things he's having to learn to let go of, to forgive, to move on, but also to learn that he can be independent. He's always been treated as the young one, even in the group, because he started out there so young. Yeah. So we got more of a family relationship going on here. Let's see what I can find with this oracle deck that is my zodiac. I have a few zodiac oracle decks, but we're going to use this one. Sorry, you can tell what song I'm on. Comment down below if you wish. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta let my wife know something. She just messaged me. She wants to know. I'm letting her know that I'm finishing the reading. She got to sleep in today, unlike me. But she works so hard. Take care of us. Let's get this. Okay, some of these cards are not facing proper. Let's do this right. Correct? I need to shuffle this deck, I think. Because I have no space here. Got all these other decks piled up. I have a lot of decks. I mean a lot. But I love it. I don't even use half my decks on the videos, folks. Not even half. I kind of cycle through decks. Oops. Cards are flying. Don't fall. Don't fall. The Ace of Cups just keeps flying out at me. I'm going to put that up here because I really think it's significant. There's a new beginning, a new relationship. So let's see here. The Sun. Got the Sun here. Libra. That I find interesting. Somebody who is a Libra. With their sun sign. I'm trying to think. Libra and a Virgo. I'm trying to really think. I'm not sure that very well. They could be compatible. Then there's the Aries energy. Okay, so there's a relationship that might happen. It's going to be a little hard to work on. They got to really, really want to, really want it. I just don't think. Yeah, there's just something a little off here. I mean, Libra is JK's rising sign. I'm trying to figure this out. I mean, they're gonna have to learn to get around their quirks, different quirks. It's an okay match. It's not like, ooh, this is gonna be great, but it is gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna last very long, but with Aries over here, and Aries is a fiery sign, which tells me that this relationship is going to be very passionate. They can be a little moody because they are so different that they have to learn how to communicate better and be more patient, because they can just kind of like get short-tempered about things. But they're going to be very open and honest with each other, and just very determined to make it work. I just see, though, I'm just going to put that out there. This is with the cards, folks. I'm just showing you the cards here. I know people are going to be commenting stuff because I know you all. I'm seeing it. Because yeah, we're just gonna leave on that note here, like that. Comment down below. I'm really curious if you guys are picking up something I am. I really think he's going to be moving on. I don't think he's going to be staying in South Korea very long. I think he wants to move on. I see, he might be buying property outside into another country. It just it's like he wants to replant himself, and he's probably going to start a relationship when he's there, and it's going to be healthy for him. And it'll be a learning experience also of growing, learning to be more compromising, learning to communicate better, learning to look at the other person's perspective, and trying to understand how they are thinking. There is a lot of success in his future. It's just he doesn't feel it coming through right now. He's kind of discouraged. Let me see something here. I see fire, like a boldness, a fieriness, a boldness coming out, like a phoenix coming out of the flames, just even grander than he was. There's Phoenix Rising, I see. I really do. That's nice. All right, folks. On this note, please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up if you like it. Notification bell so you know when my videos are coming. I love y'all. Remember, be kind to yourself and be kind to others.